Hello and welcome. As we said, we will ask the question which we weren't able to ask at 12 noon. And the question is simple. Is Gautam Gambhir a better T20 coach or more comfortable in the T20 format, given that there are no superstars in that team of the likes of Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma? Rohit Juglar, Gargi Rao, Devashish Sen, and Shubhan Chakraborty join us. And also, you will hear from our two reporters, Bharat Ramraj and Naman Suri. One covered the Mumbai Ranji Trophy game. By the way, Shubhan is also at the Bengal versus Haryana Ranji Trophy game. So all our reporters covering domestic cricket. It is not lip service on our part, by the way. We will cover domestic cricket, and there are no stars playing in Bengal. Shubhan was there yesterday. Shubhan was there today. Naman has been there for the last few days, and not just because Rohit Sharma is playing. So the idea is to celebrate cricket in its entirety, sport in its entirety. But let me hit the straps here. Shubhan Chakraborty, is Gautam Gambhir a more comfortable T20 coach than he is a red ball coach?
I think more than being comfortable in T20 setup, of course, T20 is something which he has worked on as a player, as a captain, as a head coach, as a mentor. He knows this format in and out. But and my point is there's a difference in managing or conveying your thoughts when you are dealing with a Surya Kumar Yadav and when you are dealing with a Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma being such a highly successful captain, he will have his own opinions, he will have his own way of setting up his tactics and whatnot. But Surya Kumar Yadav, he's yet to lead an IPL side, he's yet to find success in that format. So if a Gautam Gambhir like yesterday, like during the match when Arshdeep had bowled his 2 overs in the first spell, he had asked Surya Kumar Yadav and cameras were showing him to put the left armour for one more over, and which Surya obliged to and did. Whether Rohit Sharma would have done it or not, I don't know. But the equation clearly is different, and I think it's all about managing or getting the best out of not such a big superstar versus a big superstar. So and Rohit also in the press conference in Australia did say that in Mumbai also he did say that Gautam Gambhir, whenever we walk onto the field, we have our talks and strategy meetings and team meetings before the match, but when we step onto the field, it is I who take the decision, and Gautam Gambhir is ready to happy to back me with my decision. So and for Surya Kumar Yadav, with Surya Kumar Yadav, we saw a different Gautam Gambhir, the strategy, the smiles, the team environment. It is completely different as we have been reporting for the past couple of days. So I clearly think it is about conveying your thoughts, conveying your opinions about the match when not such a big superstar is playing, plus a big superstar is playing. That's what I feel, Buryada.
Devashish Sen, so it's superstar culture that defines the dressing room and the approach of the coach. If that is the case, would Gautam Gambhir, given the fact that Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, or all of these senior guys are not in the same form, would he gradually want to wait them out because they are not going to be the same what they were 4 5 years back, and make a team where he has control like the T20 team? Will the Indian 50 over side or even the red ball side go down that way, according to you, Devashish Sen?
Yeah, obviously, you cannot strike off a Virat Kohli or a Rohit Sharma, the star players in Indian cricket overnight. Means it will put enormous amount of backlash, and so I think it's a good way to wait them out, means by making them play the Ranji Trophy. And yes, with all fairness, if they do well, yes, go ahead with them. There's no harm in it. But then that same policy should be implemented for other players like a Chiteshwar Pujara or Ajinkya Rahane. Some might argue that it's looking back. But if they are performing, because clearly if age is not just a number, then we shouldn't be picking a Rohit Sharma who is 37 plus. So I think the focus should be the tournament they are playing, the format they are playing, and performing. Someone like a Ajinkya Rahane or a Chiteshwar Pujara. Yes, true. Chiteshwar Pujara hasn't had the greatest of series last time India traveled to England, but clearly on the basis of performance, given the way they have been performing in domestic cricket, that should be uh, uh, the criteria. But yes, the Indian cricket will never do away with star culture. It has always been the case, be it from the time of Kapil Dev or Sunil Gavaskar, from towards then to Sachin, Virat, Sachin, Saurabh, Rahul, Lakshman. So and it will never go. But I think it's a very good call from Gautam Gambhir in making the star players play, because it is a good statement, I would say.
Gargirav, where do you stand on this? I mean, will Gautam Gambhir assert himself more now that these guys are past their prime? he knows that the T20 team is winning, so he will put that template in front of the BCCI and say, look, here is a winning template. In test match cricket, it is not happening. I need control. This is how the T20 setup is performing. Will he become more assertive going forward?
I think we've already seen a glimpse of it. We saw a glimpse of that in Australia when Rohit Sharma was dropped. We expected that situation to be handled differently, but it was very, very clear that it was Gautam Gambhir who was handling that situation with the way that he came out in the press conference, with the way that he delivered the news of Rohit. I mean, he didn't really deliver the news, but it was pretty much the way that he said that, we'll decide if Rohit Sharma is in the team or not after we see the pitch. I think that was indication enough that it is Gautam Gambhir who's trying to take control at this point. Like you said, this is not working for Indian Test cricket clearly. So someone has to come in, and it has to be the head coach who comes in and takes control, tries to change things, because clearly whatever's happening is not working right now. And this star culture, we've been talking about it. We've been saying, like Shubhayan and Devashish both pointed out, that in T20 cricket, it's easier to sort of maneuver through situations because you have a Sky there who's not at the same stature as a Rohit Sharma or a Virat Kohli. So it's easier to maneuver those situations, easier to handle the team with more youngsters in the team as well. So I think it's Gautam Gambhir rightly taking his control back as a head coach. We've seen in the past that it's always been the captains in Indian cricket. And now, you don't see that sort of camaraderie between a captain and a coach, but someone, it's definitely a power struggle there. And Gautam Gambhir
Rohit,
is taking control for sure.
रोहित सिमिलर क्वेश्चन, क्या आपको लगता है बिकॉज उनका T20 क्रिकेट में सक्सेस है, ज्यादा कंफर्ट जोन है, रादर देन टेस्ट मैच क्रिकेट, इनिशिएशन या शुरुआत तो अच्छा नहीं गया है उनके लिए, आगे तर आपको क्या लगता है गौतम गंभीर क्या करने वाले हैं? अगर T20 में वो जीतते रहे, विल ही से कि देखो बीसीसीआई को ये टेम्पलेट मेरे लिए बेटर है, इंडियन क्रिकेट के लिए बेटर है? आपको क्या लगता है कहां जाएगा ये टेम्पलेट?
हाँ, आई थिंक मुझे लगता है दोनों चीजें हैं इसमें। मैं ये नहीं कहूंगा कि नहीं, रेड बॉल क्रिकेट से सडनली आपको उनको अभी हटा देना चाहिए या रेड बॉल क्रिकेट के लिए वो बने नहीं है। ऑब्वियसली आपको ये देखना पड़ेगा, पहली चीज ये टीम एक ट्रांजिशन में है, उस चीज को भी आपको काउंट इन करना पड़ेगा। दूसरी चीज, जैसा आपने भी एक बार कहा था, बोला था वन ऑफ द शोज, आपने कहा था कि आपको जब आपने राहुल द्रविड़ को जज किया, आपने उनको टाइम दिया, कुछ टाइम दिया एट द वेरी स्टार्ट। राहुल द्रविड़ के लिए भी चीजें बहुत ज्यादा इजी नहीं थी, रवि शास्त्री के लिए चीजें बहुत ज्यादा इजी नहीं थी। यू टेक आउट दोज 2 विक्ट्रीज इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया फ्रॉम रवि शास्त्री सीवी और प्रोफाइल में कुछ भी नहीं मिलेगा आपको, कोई जीत नहीं मिलेगी ओवरसीज उस तरीके से, चाहे इंग्लैंड का दौरा हो, चाहे साउथ अफ्रीका का दौरा हो, वो चीजें आपको नहीं मिलेंगी। सो थोड़ा सा टाइम, और इसके साथ साथ मुझे ये लगता है सबसे बड़ी चीज ये है कि गौतम गंभीर के साथ जो एक जो मसला मुझे सीधे तौर पर नजर आता है, वो कम्युनिकेशन का मसला है, रादर देन वो टैक्टिक्स का मसला ना होने के कारण। क्योंकि उनके पास वो आए तो है टैलेंट के लिए, चाहे वरुण चक्रवर्ती को टीम में लेकर आना हो, चाहे नीतीश कुमार रेड्डी को टीम में लेकर आना हो, किसी को भी टीम से जोड़ना हो, ऐसा नहीं है कि उनके फैसले खराब रहे, उनकी स्ट्रैटेजीज खराब नहीं रही हैं। जिन खिलाड़ियों को वो लेकर गए, जिन खिलाड़ियों को उन्होंने चुना, वो खराब नहीं रहे हैं। आपने पर्थ टेस्ट मैच जीता, आप मेलबर्न में भी जीत के आसपास थे, आपने एक बुरे सेशन की वजह से वो टेस्ट मैच गवाया है। तो आप, ऐसा नहीं था कि इस टेस्ट सीरीज में, जिन्होंने भी इस टेस्ट सीरीज को बहुत अच्छे से फॉलो किया है, दे नो कि इंडिया हंट में था। ऐसा नहीं है कि हम हैंड्स डाउन हार गए सारे टेस्ट मैचेस, कहीं थे ही नहीं किसी टेस्ट मैच में। हर टेस्ट मैच हम एडिलेड की तरह नहीं हारे हैं, हम टेस्ट मैच में थे और हमने टेस्ट मैच को गवाया है। सो मुझे नहीं लगता कि गौतम गंभीर को हमें आउटराइटली ये कह देना चाहिए कि नहीं, ये रेड बॉल क्रिकेट के लिए कोच बना ही नहीं है। आई थिंक थोड़ा सा टाइम देना चाहिए, थोड़ा सा उनकी स्ट्रैटेजीज को देखना चाहिए कि क्या कर रहे हैं, क्या नहीं कर रहे, और थोड़ा सा मेरी बस एक्सपेक्टेशंस उनसे यही है कि उनको कम्युनिकेट बेहतर करना चाहिए। हर खिलाड़ी आपके लिए बुलेट नहीं ले पाएगा सर, मतलब हर खिलाड़ी, इसका मतलब ये है कि हर खिलाड़ी को ट्रीट करने का तरीका अलग होना चाहिए। हर खिलाड़ी को आप देशभक्ति की बातें बोलकर ऊपर नहीं कर सकते, किसी खिलाड़ी को आपको दूसरे तरीके से। एंड भरत अरुण बहुत ब्रिलियंट थे इन सारी चीजों में। He knows how to deal with a मोहम्मद शमी and he knows how to deal with a जसप्रीत बुमराह। जो मोटिवेटिंग वर्ड्स आप शमी को बोल सकते हो, वो बुमराह को नहीं बोल सकते। बुमराह उनसे मोटिवेट नहीं होगा। बुमराह के प्रोफाइल को आपको अलग तरीके से हैंडल करना पड़ेगा, शमी के प्रोफाइल को आपको अलग तरीके से हैंडल करना पड़ेगा। सो वो चीज मैं चाहता हूं कि गौतम गंभीर एक बेटर कम्युनिकेटर बने। आई थिंक अगर वो थोड़ा कम्युनिकेट अच्छा करें तो काफी चीजें सॉर्ट आउट हो जाएंगी इस टीम में।
Shubhan, he makes a very good point before I go to Gargi that about man management. I mean, is level pe to Gautam Gambhir is not there to show someone how to bat. Everybody knows how to bat. I mean, and by the way, there are 2 points. Let me extrapolate from what Rohit said. This is about time, and this is not limited to cricket. Take Olympic sport. Abhinav Bindra participated in 2000, eliminated. 2004 finalist. 2008 gold medal. If you see Olympic sport also, you will see trajectory. Not everybody is Neeraj Chopra. Even Neeraj Chopra. Neeraj Chopra has been around from 2016, gold medal in Tokyo, silver medal in Paris. So there is a time when you become a mature athlete and you grow on, go on to become big. So Sindhu again, see, back-to-back medals after multiple world championship medals. So being at the highest level allowed you to do that. The same for Gagan Narang. So I can give you many such examples as far as Olympic sport is concerned. So one question to you is, does Gautam Gambhir need a bit more time? Number one. And number two, the point I think is fantastic about communication skills and man management skills. Does Gautam Gambhir come across as rude, terse, caustic? Is that something that he really needs to improve? Because strategically, and Gautam has been like this for the longest time, as long as I have known him. He will give you one word answer at times, and you will think, is this guy rude or what? He will not smile, but that is him. Deep down, he will 100% be committed to you. You call him at 2 a.m. at night, he will pick up your call. That is how Gautam is. But to understand Gautam, people judge Gautam early because of his exterior. That also will take time in the dressing room to understand this man is like this, Shubhan Chakravarti.
I think Borea, it's again very debatable because there's one age factor related to players as well. Some of the bigger superstars are not at the same age, the same kind of form they used to be 4 5 years back. So that is also playing a major role. If two of your top players from your top five are not performing, not scoring runs, then that dents the team in T20 format. That is manageable. A number seven or number eight can come up and score a 10 ball 30, and then all things will turn very quickly in an over or two. But in test format, if your two players are not, two of your major batters or main batters are not scoring runs, then it becomes very tough for a batting side to come back into the match, and they will time and again rely on the lower middle order. Then that has been the case with the Indian team in test setup as well. That you always rely on a Nitish Reddy or a Washington Sundar or a Ravichandran Ashwin or a Ravindra Jadeja to come up, and or a miraculous knock by Rishabh Pant to come up and rescue the failure of the top order. And Gautam Gambhir can have two says on it. One, see, when your majority of your senior players are not scoring runs, my coaching style gets questioned. But at the same time, when the senior players, these out of form senior players, are not in the T20 setup or in a squad like that, what happened in Perth. Rohit was not there. We saw a different side altogether under Jasprit Bumrah, and Gautam Gambhir also was quite proactive in sending messages to Jasprit Bumrah. All the senior players came together, and in Sydney also we were very close to a win. Rohit mentioned about Melbourne, but in Sydney also we were very close. 1 hour spell from Jasprit Bumrah could have changed the game altogether, or had there been a Mohammad Shami, things would have been a lot different for the Indian team in Sydney, because that pitch, Jasprit Bumrah bowling there with the new ball, I think things would have been a lot different, as Usman Khwaja also said in one of the post match interviews. But Gautam Gambhir, of course, you have to give him time. This is a side in transition. When Ravi Shastri took charge, all these players, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Cheteshwar Pujara, Ajinkya Rahane, Rishabh Pant for that matter, they were all at the best of their form. Right now, the team is in transition. Rohit is 38, Virat is 36. The youngsters who have been bedded into the squad, they are trying to elevate their game into the international stage, and while doing so, you will have some sort of inconsistency. Jasprit Bumrah or a Mohammad Shami or a Ishant, Umesh, the five bowlers, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, they did not become the five pacers overnight. They took some time under Bharat Arun also to get back into the groove, to elevate their game into a next level. So we have to give the same time to Harshit Rana, to an Akash Deep, to other bowlers who are coming into the scheme, and same for the batters as well. You need to give some time to Yashasvi Jaiswal. You need to give some time to for example, Rajat Patidar got dropped after three poor matches. You need to bring him back again, looking at his first class record, domestic record, and try to give him another rope or two in international setup. When a Sai Sudarshan comes in, if he fails, you will have to give him a longer rope to give him that time to elevate his game, or to try to understand how tough international cricket can be. I was there in a podcast for Talksport Cricket, and they were going all they were criticizing all the Indian batters, the youngsters, and their technique. I said the same thing, that you have to give time. International cricket is not a cakewalk. It is time. We sometimes sit in our couch and say, अरे 1.4 billion लोग हैं, इसमें से 11 ही तो पिक करने हैं, बेस्ट 11 पिक कर लेंगे और टीम जीतती रहेगी. It is not that easy in international setup. Teams study you in depth, what line, what length, what is the strategy, and they will come out all out. And right now in international cricket, you have 4 5 teams who can hurt you real bad. And it is not easy at all to play international cricket, to come from domestic cricket, Ranji Trophy, India A, and to start scoring runs in international cricket. So you need to give time to not only Gautam Gambhir, but to all the youngsters also. In today's IPL age, Boryada, I feel we are we want quick results. We want a Sanju Samson to smash centuries every match. We want Abhishek Sharma to smash big sixes every match. But when they fail, we start questioning. Are bring in Yashasvi Jaiswal, bring in Ruturaj Gaikwad, bring in Shubman Gill. I think that's the fault of our IPL culture, and sometimes we have forgotten the art of being patient, and forgotten the art of losing a series or two, to bed in the youngsters, and give them that extra hope.
So Devashish Sen, if I can sum this up, last few minutes, because today I've got to go early for a meeting, so that's why I'll close the show in the next 5 minutes. Devashish Sen, I'll take quick comments from all of you. I'll start with you, Devashish. From what Shubhan said, Rohit said, Gargi said, you also said in an earlier show, uh, do you see Gautam Gambhir, even if we lose England? The BCCI says, fair enough, no problem. It is within 1 year that you've had an Australia series and England series. Things will get easier for you now, a West Indies and subsequently. So, no problem. We will give you a run till 27. We will not think about changing you, even in the red ball format. Is that the right way? Give Gautam Gambhir a long rope, allow him to build a team. Is that the right way? Or say, no, we will now have a red ball coach and a white ball coach based on performance? Devashish said.
Yeah, obviously, means you cannot tag up a coach as a T20 coach or a white ball coach or a red ball coach. Means obviously, really you should try to give him a longer rope, give him time. But at the same time, how longer a rope are you willing to give him? Means that when Gautam Gambhir was appointed the head coach of the Indian team, he also clearly knew that these are the two main series, the series against Australia and the series against England. So if you are losing the two series miserably, would you still stick with a Gautam Gambhir? If we make anyone the coach of the Indian team, they will go on hands down win a series against West Indies, or a series against Sri Lanka, or a series against Bangladesh. The thing that matters is winning a series against the Sena countries. And obviously, when Ravi Shastri has been successful, has been regarded highly because he won a series twice against Australia. And you mean to say that you lose a series against Australia and you lose a series against England, you would be rated, say, as highly as the Ravi Shastri? I don't buy that thing, buy that theory. Obviously, there because when he was appointed, he clearly knew that these are the two most important series. So if you fail miserably,
Fair point. Gargi, I mean, he's making a fair point that if you lose against Australia and England, then what does it matter to lose, beat a West Indies or a Sri Lanka or a Bangladesh? It's not the same credibility. I mean, he can go on to win all these series, but he's lost the major ones. And when he took the job, he knew what he's going up against. So where do you stand on this? I mean, Gautam Gambhir long rope, or if after England he loses in the same. If we are losing 2-3, I understand. You've been competitive. In England, 2-3 fight, real fight, I totally get that. Or even 1-3, and you fought your heart out. I even get that. That you've come close, you come close, you come close. If you are able to draw, brilliant. But if you are routed 1-4, 4-0, something like that, do you then persist with a Gautam Gambhir?
It's a difficult decision to take, because honestly, coaching isn't the easiest task to do, and it's not as if everyone comes in and gets it right in one go or two goes. And but what you're saying is also, the other end of the spectrum, where we've seen a loss against New Zealand, a whitewash against New Zealand at home. We've seen a loss against Australia now. So England is really what all that matters. And if India lose, like they've lost to New Zealand, like they've lost to England, against Australia, to England, then we're in big trouble, because then you're seeing 3 consecutive series losses, test series losses, where India has been hammered, and you don't want to see that. Yes, the team is in transition. Yes, there are a lot of huge calls being taken, combinations being changed completely, new players coming in, old ones going out. All of that is happening, but at the same time, you can't be losing like that 3 consecutive series. So I think, but I would still say that you stay for a couple more series.
रोहित
I would
दुकान
still
आपसे
say
खत्म
that.
करते हैं. आई मीन फैन पेशेंस विल रन आउट. आपने अगर चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी में अच्छा कर दिया तो फैंस बोलेंगे यार व्हाइट बॉल में तो आप अच्छा करते हो बट रेड बॉल में आप नहीं खेलते हो. फैंस ये भी बोलेंगे कि आप तो डोमेस्टिक घर में भी न्यूजीलैंड से 0-3 हारे हो, तो आपका टेस्ट रिकॉर्ड तो एकदम हॉरिबल है. तो कितना दिन आप इनसे झेलोगे? गौतम गंभीर, डू यू रेकन इंग्लैंड सीरीज एसिड टेस्ट खत्म बात, और डू यू सी नहीं आफ्टर इंग्लैंड आल्सो वी सी गौतम गंभीर व्हाटएवर द रिजल्ट इज?
नहीं, मुझे ये लगता है कि गौतम गंभीर इंग्लैंड टेस्ट विल बी द फाइनल. आई थिंक अगर वहां पर आप करते हो, वहां पर आप, क्योंकि देखिए कुछ रहा नहीं ना. अब आप न्यूजीलैंड हार गए घर पर, WTC का फाइनल आप गए, वो भी मतलब आप गया, मतलब वो भी चला गया, आप नहीं गए वो चला गया. और उसके बाद फिर ऑस्ट्रेलिया सीरीज भी चली गई. ऑस्ट्रेलिया सीरीज के बाद अगर इंग्लैंड सीरीज भी चली जाती है तो फिर अब खेलने के लिए क्या रह गया है? मतलब कहीं ना कुछ ऐसा है जो और ये ऐसा नहीं है कि 1 या 2 सीरीज के बाद हम ये फैसला ले रहे हैं. इसमें आपकी बांग्लादेश सीरीज भी आई जहां पर आपके ऊपर प्रेशर आया था, ठीक है, आपने वो निकाल लिया गेम. दूसरा, न्यूजीलैंड की टीम भी आई, ऑस्ट्रेलिया भी आई. और मेरा मसला है इन सब चीजों से अलावा, क्या उस ड्रेसिंग रूम में गौतम गंभीर को लेकर रेड बॉल क्रिकेट में बहुत ज्यादा आइज, आंख उठाकर लोग कह सकते हैं कि हाँ, ये कोच हमें सही दिशा में ले जा रहा है? मेरे हिसाब से वो ड्रेसिंग रूम भी शायद एकजुट नहीं है गौतम गंभीर के नाम के लिए एज फार एज रेड बॉल क्रिकेट. जैसे शुभानंदा ने Day 1 कवर किया था इधर का, जो कोलकाता T20 था. यू आस्क हिम एंड यू विल नो कि यार एक कमराडरी अलग है T20 साइड की. T20 साइड में आप टीम बॉन्डिंग एक्सरसाइज भी कर रहे हो, जबकि आपको भी आए हुए 2 दिन हुए हैं. और वहां आप 2.5 महीना रहे, 2.5 महीने में आपने एक भी टीम बॉन्डिंग एक्सरसाइज नहीं की. सो मेरा मानना ये भी है कि क्या वो ड्रेसिंग रूम बहुत कंफर्टेबल है रेड बॉल फॉर्मेट में गौतम गंभीर के साथ, वो चीज मैटर करती है. अगर, और आजकल ये BCCI में काफी ज्यादा हो रहा है कि आप ड्रेसिंग रूम फीडबैक चाह रहे हो. हर पोजीशन के लिए आपके पास एक ड्रेसिंग रूम फीडबैक है कि ये कोच कैसा है, ये कैप्टन कैसा है, ये वाइस कैप्टन कैसा है, क्या इसको लीडरशिप रोल में रहना चाहिए या नहीं रहना चाहिए. सो मेरे हिसाब से वो भी एक पॉइंट है. और दूसरा पॉइंट यही है कि हमारे यहाँ बहुत सारी चीजें जस्ट प्लेइंग टू द गैलरी होती है कि आप दिखाना चाहते हो कि हमने कोई एक्शन ले लिया है. उसका मतलब ये नहीं होगा कि जो नया कोच आएगा, फॉर दैट मैटर VVS लक्ष्मण अगर आते हैं रेड बॉल क्रिकेट के लिए आपके लिए, तो जरूरी नहीं है कि वो आपको इंस्टेंटली रिजल्ट निकाल कर ले आएंगे. बट जैसे आपने 2019 वर्ल्ड कप डिफीट का जो बलि का बकरा बनाया था, वो संजय बांगर को बना दिया था कि भाई चलो बैटिंग कोच को सैक कर देते हैं, यही हमारा 2019 के यही जिम्मेदार थे. क्या 2019 की हार के जिम्मेदार संजय बांगर थे? बिल्कुल भी नहीं थे. क्या अभी ये जो आप ऑस्ट्रेलिया सीरीज हारे हो, क्या इसकी वजह हैवी बैगेज था, या आपकी बीवियों का जाना था, या आपके शेफ और सिक्योरिटी थी? बिल्कुल भी नहीं थी. लेकिन आपने फोकस सारा उधर शिफ्ट कर दिया रादर देन क्वेश्चनिंग ऑन द क्रिकेटिंग स्किल्स कि भाई क्या हमने गलतियां करी, कोच साहब आपने ये क्यों नहीं किया, कैप्टन साहब आपने ये क्यों नहीं किया, टीम गलत खिलाई, आपके पास स्किल नहीं है. इन सारी चीजों पर सवाल नहीं हुए. सो मेरे हिसाब से कुछ चीजें इंडियन क्रिकेट में जस्ट प्लेइंग टू द गैलरी की जाती है कि भाई लोगों को दिखा दो कि हमने ये कर दिया है. और वही मेरे हिसाब से गौतम गंभीर के साथ होगा अगर हम इंग्लैंड हारते हैं तो.
Very interesting discussion, I have to say. So Gautam Gambhir's fate will, one level will be decided by perception, another level will be decided, of course, by performance at the England series. That's what my colleagues today feel. We have to wait. We have to wait and see what happens in the Champions Trophy. Pressure will mount if India doesn't win that. So Gautam Gambhir's fate we will closely monitor. As I said at the start of the show, Naman Suri in Mumbai and Bharat Ramraj in Bangalore covered the Ranji Trophy encounters, as did Shubhan Chakraborty, who joined us on this show. So Bharat and Naman have filed their reports from Mumbai, the game between Mumbai and J&K, and the game between Punjab and that other game where Punjab was shot out for 55 runs. So horrible day for Indian stars. Quickly read out the scores that of the people who kind of matter in Indian cricket. Rohit Sharma got 3, Jaiswal 4, Gill 4, Rahane 12, Iyer 11, Ruturaj 10, Patidar 0, and Rishabh Pant 1. That is your stars today in the Ranji Trophy. Naman Suri and Bharat Ramraj to follow. Thank you very much for watching.
Hello, this is Bharat reporting for App Sports. I am right in front of the Chinnaswamy Stadium, which is kind of covered here by trees. So today, obviously, Punjab are taking on Karnataka here at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. The star attraction, obviously, from the Punjab side was Shubman Gill, but unfortunately, he was dismissed for just 4 runs. He was dismissed by the spirited left-arm pace bowler Abhilash Shetty. Unfortunately for Punjab, they were also shot out for just 55 runs, the lowest score in the Ranji Trophy history, their lowest score, that is. Prasidh Krishna, Abhilash Shetty and Kaushik were the chief wicket takers. Obviously Prasidh got extra bounce, though he beat the bat quite a bit. Occasionally when he bowled fuller, he was able to take those couple of wickets. As expected, Kaushik was someone who was very disciplined, very good control. Yes, he's someone who bowls at around 120 kilometers per hour, but his control and his ability to extract a little bit of nip makes him a potent force in conditions where there is any help for the pace bowlers. And there was also someone like there was also, obviously, as I noted, Abhilash Shetty, the left-arm bowler. He used the angle well, found a little bit of moment, and bowled at around 135 kilometers per hour and took a few wickets. So yes, the conditions were a little bit tricky. There's a smattering of grass, but the track isn't a green top like what we have seen in some of the other matches that are going on in the Ranji Trophy. So it is a very disappointing show from Punjab, and Karnataka have started well as well, with Mayank Agarwal looking to come down the pitch a little bit, try to attempt to engage the moment. And he's succeeded as well. Sirjit also has looked good so far. So Karnataka very much on top here at the Chinnaswamy Stadium.
A very warm welcome to Rev Sports. I am Naman Suri. I'm currently in BKC next to the MCA grounds where Mumbai is taking on Jammu and Kashmir in the second phase of their Ranji Trophy match. Now both the teams are looking to consolidate their position in the group. However, Mumbai had a very horrid start to their day. They were bundled out for a mere score of 120 after a fairy spell of bowling from the Jammu Kashmir bowling lineup. Mumbai, who fielded a star-studded lineup with all the Indian batters involved, international batters involved, were not able to score and weren't on the mark. The star of the team, Rohit Sharma, the Indian captain, ODI and Test captain, who was the highlight of this day, was not able to make any mark. He was shaky in the beginning, and uh, an indecisive pull shot led to him edging it to mid-off. Yashasvi Jaiswal, his opening partner internationally and in today's match as well, was also bowled LBW within 8 balls, and this was not the start that the international players were looking for in their domestic returns. Rohit is making a return after 10 years, while Jaiswal is coming off after a very brilliant Border Gavaskar Trophy. Rohit, on the other hand, who didn't had a good Border Gavaskar Trophy, needed this domestic game to get back on his run scoring form. However, this was not the game that he was looking. Rahane and co weren't on the mark as well. Now everyone in the team faltered except Shardul Thakur, who showed an attacking intent, went after everything which was wide and scored a respectable 50 runs. With Tanush Kotian as a partner, they went on to help Mumbai to reach a respectable score. Now Jammu and Kashmir, who has been very solid in bowling, were also steady in batting as well. And now the next 3 days will be vital to see how this Mumbai team goes on to play and save this match. However, the eyes will remain on Rohit Sharma. A huge crowd gathered for him today, and the other Indian international stars. A large crowd gathered for these fans to support them, to cheer for them. However, they didn't fare well, but these fans didn't give up. They stayed till the end, as you can see behind me, and they kept on cheering for their team even during their bowling. This is Naman Suri for Ref Sports. For more such updates,